What are rootless chords? Rootless chords. Well, they are exactly what they are. What it says. They are chords without roots. So let's say a root of a chord is the root of the chord. So let's say if this is C major 7, the root is C, right? G minor 7, G. So you can split them up, put the root at the bottom, right, and then put the rest at the top. For example, this is still C major 7, right? C root C. This is still a C minor. C minor 7, right? And then can have extended chords, right? G, let's say C major 7 ninth, C major 9th, basically, right? Or C major 6 ninth, right? Still root in C. Now, what is a rootless chord? So let's say we take this C major 6 ninth, and we remove the root. So basically we still can use it as the chord, as the same chord, but we just have no root. So first of all, how did it happen? Well, it happened that usually the jazz was played in bands, right? And is still played in bands, and there is a keyboard player, and there is a bass player, and there is a sax player or something else. So when the bass player is playing the bass, right? The bass is playing bass, so the keyboard players does not have to play the bass all the time, because they're going to be repeating the same bass, the same notes, right? So in that sense, then the keyboard player can focus on making the harmonies, right? So he has more fingers, more ability to add extra color, right? So he can add the 9th and the 13th, and extended chords, while the bass is focusing on the bass, right? And that's how it happened, right? And that's how it happened. Of course, the keyboard players still often add the bass. They can. You can add it at the end, or you can add it at the beginning, right? Right. But why do rootless chords? What's the point, right? Well, I think initially it was just that because the bass player was playing it, you don't have to play it, right? You can focus on extra harmonies. But now you can also, at this point, it also can be a tool, basically, because music is all about like tension and release, right? Traditionally, it's dominant is the tension, and then tonic, the root is the release, right? And then you have lots lots of ways to do the tension and release. It's a lot about rhythm and harmony, and many ways you can work on tension and release. And in my opinion, one of the ways is, for example, when you use rootless chords, you can create tension. Why? Because rootless chords, they are ambiguous. They are ambiguous, right? They're ambiguous. So, for example, let's take one of the most popular ways of making a rootless chord is small quinta, how they call it, small fifth, minor fifth, and fourth, right? Minor fifth and fourth. So let's say we use this one, E flat, A, and D. So this could be normally, traditionally, most commonly, this is in F major 7, right? Because the most important in jazz, the most important tones were the 7th and the 3rd, because the 3rd creates the major minor. It decides whether it's major or minor, and the 7th gives it the dominant feel. So because the 7th can be the major 7, right? So if it's like this, it would be F major 7, and like this it would be F dominant 7. And then the 6th, the 6 just adds extra color, right? So most commonly this would be the F, right? So this is F. But another way of using this chord, it could be if we take this as a third of the B major, right? This is the third, and this is the 7th, right? So in F, this is the opposite, the 7th and the 3rd. But this is also the idea. This is the same idea behind the chord substitutions, right? So this is the 3rd and this is the 7th of B, right? And then we add the same D for color, but in this case it's not going to be 6, it's going to be flat, it's going to be sharp, it's going to be a sharp 2nd, right? So this is B major 7, sharp 9th, right? 9th is 2nd, basically, right? So this is a very interesting situation here, because F, right, and B, they are the opposite on the circle of 5th, right? They're exactly opposite. They have the opposite amount of flats and sharps, right? So the F major is this. It has B flat and E flat, right? And then the B, and then the B major is opposite. It's the only keys that they have in common is A, right? E flat, and that's it. A and E flat, exactly. Those the third and the seventh. This is, remember, this is sharp. This is 9 sharp. So I guess it would be like this. But the B7th is the B7 the B major 7 is this, right? They only have 2 in common. So you can create really some interesting tension, because when you press this, you don't know which chord it is. You don't know whether it's F or whether it's B. And then let's say if I use the keys from the B7, then we already know that it's B7, right? And then I can suddenly switch to the keys of the F7, and then we suddenly are in the opposite key, right? But then if we're switching kind of indiscriminately between the two, we don't know which one it is, right? So we create tension, right, between the two opposite chords. Two opposite basically harmonies, 2 opposite keys. We don't know which one it is, right? Until I use the root, right? Until I bring it back with the root. So I create a tension with a rootless chord, right? Back with the root. And then I create more tension, right, to bring it to the opposite side. And then another one that is very popular in modern jazz is 2/4, right? Two perfect fourth, right? Because this one is even more ambiguous. In modern jazz, during the Miles times, the modal jazz started, where they kind of stopped using the thirds, right? So this major third, but we don't play the third to create kind of like a more open sound, more ambiguous sound, right? As Herbie Hancock calls it, butter notes, right? You see, this one gives like a final gives a final feeling, like a statement. But like this, it makes it more ambiguous, right? You see, at no point I've used the third of a major of C. This. And a really useful, really good chord voicing for it is double fourth, right? The Fourthy voicings, because it really helps. It kind of like keeps you away from the thirds and creates this feeling, right? And what's more ambiguous, what's more about this is this chord is even more ambiguous. If this one is generally used for two, for two different opposite chords on the opposite of the circle, this one can be used for like half of the circle basically, just to show one chord. So let's say I can use it for, let's say if this is a root, this would be E flat suspended, right? E flat suspended, because there's no third. I don't know if it's minor or major, right? So it's suspended. E flat suspended, right? Now it's minor suspended, or major, right? But then it can also be easily be, if we take this as a second, it can be a D flat, right? So this is the second to the ninth. This is the fifth of the D flat. This is the root. Creates really this modern model feeling, right? Those chords. The same chord can be, if we start with the third, major third, it could be also it could also be the B flat, right? Oh, B major. Either B major 7th or B dominant 7, right? This same voicing could be, if we start with a fourth, this could be a B flat, right? So it can be both B and B flat. Can you see that? How ambiguous this chord is? Now it starts. Now it's a B flat minor, right? Because it has the minor third, right? The scale, right? The B flat minor scale. Now, what else? If we consider this E flat as a fifth, it can also be A flat suspended again, right? Because this is fifth, this is first, and this is the fourth, right? So this is E flat, A flat now. Because let's say if we use this A flat major, right? It can be A flat minor, right? It could be major 7, right? Could be dominant 7. All depending on the context, right? Or you can keep it suspended, or you can keep it ambiguous. So you see, I can switch. I can switch between different roots and use the same chord, voicing. So this is A flat. Now, if we use it as a sixth, now this can be a G flat, right? This is the sixth. This is the second. This is the fifth, right? This is a popular use of this. Right? This is a very popular use of this kind of chord. Okay, so G flat. What else can it be? What was it? It's this one, right? 6, right? It was 6. Can it be 7th? Can we use it as a 7th? The 7th would be E. Not E. It would be F, right? Okay, so that would be F. If we use it as a 7th, it would be F. It would be F, not a Dorian, but natural minor, right? Not natural, how do you call it? Aeolian minor. Yeah, it's natural minor. It's a natural minor, right? Let me see. Right, natural minor. So the Dorian minor, the one that is more used in jazz, it has a 6, right? Not a flat 6. It has a normal 6. But the natural minor, the one that is used in classical music, has a flat 6, right? So, but it can still be used as a. So here we use this chord for natural minor, right? All right. So with this one chord we used in how many? 7 different ways, right? In 7 different keys, basically. That's why these chords are so ambiguous, right? And they are very popular in modern jazz. also have rootless chords. So I really recommend using them.